UN, pro-government forces kill more Afghans than armed groups. Good morning, everyone, and it's still morning as I make this video. However, it will not be uploaded until afternoon, so good afternoon and good morning both. Why am I covering this? It has nothing to do with us, right? Well, it sort of does. It sort of does. And I'm going to show you how, or tell you how, rather. I'm going to go ahead and hit the first paragraph all the way down to that sentence there, and then I will explain what I mean. Afghan and international forces, including NATO, kill more civilians in the first 3 months of this year than the Taliban and fighters from other armed groups, a new UN report has said. According to findings from the UN Assistance Mission in Afghanistan, released on Wednesday, at least 305 civilians were killed by pro-government forces between January and March, 52.5% of all deaths in that period. There was a 23% decrease in overall civilian casualties as compared to the same period last year, and is the lowest for the first quarter since 2013, the report said. That decrease was due largely to fewer deaths and injuries from suicide, improvised explosives devices attacks, which may have been in part because of a harsh winter. It is unclear whether the decrease in civilian casualties was influenced by any measure taken by parties to the conflict to better protect civilians, or by the ongoing talks between parties to the conflict, the report said. Act with impunity. Casualties caused by pro-government forces, 608 in all, 305 deaths, 303 injuries, were up 39% from the same period last year. Okay. I would argue that our government kills more of us than any of the drugs, accidents, these things. They kill us through allowing things like geoengineering to go on. They kill us through radiation. Specifically, they will be using 5G radiation next, but right now most places are covered with 4G cell phone towers. They allow aspartame, among other things, in our food. And they're responsible. They took responsibility for making sure everyone's food is safe, right? The FDA. But they're not. They're not being held responsible, are they? In many ways, our first world government behaves in a very third world fashion, a very barbaric fashion. And we're supposed to accept and take this barbarism and accept, that it's like that. I mean, I just covered a very minute sliver of how they kill us. Silent weapons for quiet wars. Deborah Travers, I believe her name is. I mean, they're killing us in so many ways that one can't probably find them all. But somehow, some way, our modern societies with modern infrastructure, somehow we're better because of the the modern part. What good is modern if you don't behave in a non-barbaric way? It doesn't. It doesn't do any good to be modern. It just gives barbarians more resources to harm others. Till next time, kill the state, live free.